Yi Qing sent people to find Mimi again, so that Mimi always keeps her mission in mind, and don't think that Sheer can support him and he will be unscrupulous. There was something in this person's words, and Mimi couldn't find the long song. Her heart was flustered, and Ashil Falcon couldn't find the long song either. Mimi was jealous of Yi Qing. She never told what she knew, but until the long song of the night did not return, she had to rush to tell Ashley Falcon that she suspected it was Yi Qing's long song. Ashley Falcon is going to find Qing. Mimi wants Sheer for help, but Ashley Falcon thinks she knows Sheer won't believe him, and only Mimi pretends to assassinate him. Mimi can exchange for Sheer's help. A bit of trust, telling the whereabouts of Qing from Sheer's mouth. Mimi plays a scene with Ashil Falcon. She pretends to assassinate Ashil Falcon and returns to the room with Sheer. Sheer had long seen that the two were acting. He learned from Mimi that the poison of Zixi was given by Yikeng, and Qing was also caught by Yikeng. In order to save Qing, Mimi was willing to return to Sheer. Watching Mimi's affection for Qing, Sheer agreed to help Mimi inquire about the whereabouts of Qing. He also wanted to know this woman who was so weak in his eyes. How did he control the royal court step by step, and what was the purpose? Sheer sneaked into Yikeng's room. He learned the whereabouts of Chang Ji from Yikeng's mouth. She was trapped in a wooden house on the outskirts by Shingxin. Yikeng planned to use her to blackmail Li Shimin and ruin the space between Dating and Damo. Covenant, and Yi Qing also had a murderous heart on Shingxin. After learning the news, Mimi came to inform Ashil Falcon of the whereabouts of Long Song. Ashil Falcon rushed to the outskirts to rescue Long Song. He killed all the people who tied Long Song with an arrow. He wanted to kill Sheng Xin. Chang Ji stopped Ashley Falcon. Sheng Xin was the person who built the East Palace. If the two killed Sheng Xin at this time, it would definitely have an impact on the Covenant. At this moment, Shua also led people to the outskirts. Sheng Xin kept calling out the mobile envoy to plot a murder. On the impulse of Ashil Falcon, he killed Sheng Xin with one arrow without leaving a living. Ashley Falcon held the injured Qing back to the room. He looked at Qing's wound, half distressed and half blamed. Qing thought that Ashley Falcon shouldn't have killed Sheng Xin so impulsively, but Ashley Falcon only worried about the long song. If he can't find the long song tonight, he even kills Yi Qing together. Nowadays, the situation is special, and every step involves a stake. Even if Ashley Falcon wants to kill Yi Qing, he can't act rashly, but he will definitely not let Yi Qing get through. When the two were warm, Ashley Falcon couldn't help but bowed his head and kissed Chang Ji's forehead, but Pearl came in untimely with the medicine, interrupting the warmth of the two. Yi Qing learned that Sheng Xin was dead and Chang Ji was rescued. She was holding her accountable, but Sheer came to confess everything. He left the news. Sheer wanted to know what Yi Qing's real purpose was, whether it was for the Ashel tribe or the former Sui dynasty. Regardless of whether Yi Qing is the former Sui dynasty or the grassland, her purpose is only one, that is, her son must become the king and dominate everything. Seeing the ambitious Yi Qing in front of him, Sheer couldn't help backing back again and again, only to feel that Yi Qing in front of him was very strange. The death of Sheng Xin made the prince furious, and the prince asked Shua to find the murderer within an hour, otherwise everyone would suffer the crime of sitting. In order to give the prince an explanation, Shua led people to search the Sifang pavilion. Ashley Falcon stood up. He frankly admitted that he was the murderer last night, and that he committed the murder according to orders from Sheer. This matter involves Ashley. Lebu, Shua asked Sheer to go for questioning together, but Yikeng refused to surrender Sheer, but Sheer voluntarily went with Shua to prove his innocence. The death of Sheng Xin made the prince very sad. He ignored Li Shimin's rage and forced Li Shimin to investigate the cause of Sheng Xin's death for him. After being outraged by the prince, Li Shimin also asked a few people around him for their opinions on the matter. Duruui believed that they could follow the death of Sheng Xin and punish the Ashel Bud, so that the Ashel bud could no longer stand up. Although Fang Zhuangling also agreed with Du Rui's views, Yikeng made another ruthless move. She spread rumors in the city, saying that the Ashel tribe had already sent troops to the desert. This news shocked all the tribes. Everyone was like a frightened bird, ready to give up. Harmony back to the desert. Cheng was worried about the covenant. Li Yin came to see Cheng. Cheng asked Li Yin to take another risk with her to deal with this crisis. After that, Cheng and Jiao both brought Zixi to Chai for the Tai Lebu. It turned out that Chai had been bought by the Ashile tribe, and Zixi was not dead. The two fought, and Zixi broke the Ashilbu. As for the conspiracy, Ashel's ministry had no plans to attack the desert at all, and the letters in Chai's hands were all fake. The next day, Chang Ji appeared in front of the envoys with Zixi, and he told the truth about the matter. It turned out that Cheng had already seen Mimi's strangeness. She knew about Yi Cheng's conspiracy, so she let Zixi die in a suspended animation, first to protect Mimi, and second, to see what Yi Cheng wanted to do.